This is Sam Vaughan for Sam's Sports Report and Sam's Mental Health. Sam's Mental Health part is now. People with part LGBTQ are more than twice as likely as to have a mental illness because they look at it wrongly. That's the world works. They have judgments. That's why they're twice as much likely to have a mental illness. Many people dehumanizing gays in this talks about how you need to remind yourself you're good enough. Repeat it back because people will say you're not good enough, but you are good enough. I really do mean this when the rules against gays, you believe in God, and you say accept people the way they are, but don't have them gay. What do you mean? You just accept people the way they are. I don't understand it. You think they gave them a choice to decide which sex you like. Did you get a choice of whether you liked girls? I don't know. Did you? Did you? Some people stop getting help. Some people stop getting help because they're embarrassed. Some people say we shouldn't have teachers to teach kids to be gay. What do you mean? How can they teach them to be gay if God you just said God accepts the people who we are, and also you were born straight, or are you not maybe born gay? I don't understand it. What happened to unconditional love? The people reporting anxiety and depression and suicide, ideation, self-harm behaviors, a lot of those ideas come from people that have mental illness, just as twice as likely again. Some ideas of what we need is providing free health services, or such like NAMI, or even free health care would even be nice. I know there's some benefits and disadvantages, but that would be nice to offer to people that don't have health care. I mean, that's better than, right? Make universities a priority for schools to have mental health, and whatever you pay for your tuition, that should come into mental health. We don't need to raise it. We've got it raised enough. $42,000 is enough to go to school, and enough for the school to provide a mental health part. I mean, and if you want to, I guess, put it in there, but with the amount of way we're paying for schools these days, we should get some free counseling. And also put it in classes. Use it in classes. Talk about how it's okay to be gay. Talk about how it's okay to be, forget the religion stuff. Forget it. If you want to believe in God, believe in God. But if you want to believe in acceptance of everyone, then gays are okay. And straights are, it's okay to be gay. It's okay to be straight. It's okay to be bi. It's okay to be all this stuff if you want to accept someone. You say accept for somebody who they are, then accept them for being gay. Make it as a priority. Make it as a class. Make it as a, you gotta take class on exercise. Well, now you gotta take a class on mental health. It's important for anybody to learn how sore we're in for mental health now, and how people treat people wrong, and that's part of the reason we have mental health disorders, because people don't treat people right. If we focus on the positive, we're not going to get the negative hate mail. And that way, if we're not reporting what's negative, and we're reporting what's positive, it leads
right now that's going on with the government.
Speaking with Mulan Williams and Angel Nelson, both a part of organizations under the Stafford House, an LGBTQ advocacy group, both say you can see the effects of lawmakers are having on LGBTQ members.
A young lady who has a trans son who is still in school, still young, and her doctor, they just stopped treatment when everything started. And she was in a place where she loves her child, and she saw the change in that child. So she had no choice but to move.
The data that's showing now is alarming.
Marnie Stallman, the president and CEO of the Mental Health Association of Central Florida, says the LGBTQ community is at a crisis point.
We've also seen the incidences of people reporting anxiety, depression, suicide ideation, self-harming behaviors rise dramatically.
It ultimately just comes down to a lack of resources, no matter how you slice it or dice it.
Nelson notes many LGBTQ members, especially those in Black and brown communities, have historically struggled with resources and says it's needed to get results.
I feel like, honestly, it's a two-pronged attack. First off, the resources do need to be made available to individuals, but also I feel like on the other side, people actually need to utilize those resources.
Evan Balsukina, Orlando's first trans homecoming queen, says she doesn't regret anything but sitting with her mother. Marnie says there needs to be more understanding. Marnie pushing for the LGBTQ community to
focus on the 99 positive comments and not the one negative comment, because there's always going to be the negative.
In Orlando, Brian Ditlake getting results, News 6.
And now on to sports. Scores of baseball last night. Royals lose 6-2. Having a big inning, the Rangers, the sixth inning, was 6 in the sixth inning, 5 in the fifth. It was 2-1, and then it became 6-2, and that was the final 6-2. The Cardinals squeaked out the Giants 5 as it was 5-2. Then the Giants would add 2 to make it 5-6, but 5-6 stayed the final. And now the Cardinals are back at 500. The Chicago Cubs will play 120, and Saturday, Mets versus Cubs, 120. Mets won last night easily over the Cubs, 11-1. Now let's go back over the games. Games for today. The Royals will play the Rangers, 7-4-05. Michael Wacha will return from his injury and will hopefully be turning to some success he's had in the starts. He's also had some really bad starts. John Gray will go for the Texas Rangers. He's 2-3 with a 3.31. Wacha's 4.24. Has done a good job, but has had some starts where he's given up a lot of runs. The Cardinals and Giants will play. Mike Velasquez will go to the mound for the Cardinals, and Jordan Hicks will be the mound for the Giants. Game time, 10 Central Time. And the Cubs and Marlins play at 120. Cubs will play the Mets today. Cubs are playing the Mets. 6-1 is the score. Top of the sixth for the Cubs today. Jamison Taylor is on the mound for the Cubs. And for the Mets today, Tyler McGee, who gave up 5 hits and 6 runs and elevates to 4.81. The Cardinals are playing the Giants 5-4. Today's starters for the Cardinals and Cubs. Velasquez has gone 6 and pitched the whole way through. And for the Giants, it's been Jordan Hicks, only goes 4 innings, gives up 5 earned. Sean Hadji Hiela is on the mound for the Giants. For the Royals, who are warming up right now, it'll be Maka Waka and John Gray. And that's baseball.
I'm of the opinion, and there are many economic studies that say it's not a revenue generator, then how come every time a team wants to move, there's 5 cities with their hand in the air?